Hey, what's up everybody? It's Lids, and we're back for some more Witcher, and last time we were doing a little bit of monster hunting, continuing that theme, and we may have happened across the random wolf dude that we were trying to hunt down before. I have no idea what's fighting us right now. I think it's these drowners that are also simultaneously trying to run away. So we ran into a wolf dude who's probably going to sneak up behind us right now. And we were generally not so successful with actually taking him out because we kept on running into other friends, kind of like this, that were preventing us from doing what we wanted to do. This is also not the stance that we want to be using. Also, please don't let that thing just run up behind you. That is Wolf Dude, right there, Bora. Okay, run away from that thing as it explodes. So we kept on getting these distractions, which made it difficult to actually fight the guy and not have really low HP. So we are supposed to hunt him down. Uh-oh. And I'm not always sure which direction the wolf dude is coming from, because he actually does rounds around this area. And it's not always clear to me which angle he's going to be coming from. So he did sneak up on us once before, last video, and the hunter became the hunted. So I'd like to ideally avoid that scenario by deliberately figuring out where the heck he is, and then going on a targeted attack. Uh-oh. Yeah, that did still hit us. Wow, that deals so much extra damage. Half of the battle was just weeding out all of his other friends that were standing nearby, and kind of like this, making it more difficult to actually fight him. Granted, I wish we did not just take a bunch of extra damage from that guy, but here is our wolf friend. Not going to be on quite full HP by the time we find him, but I'm going to wait it out until he makes his move. I mean, we fought... There we go. We fought a dragon not long ago, and I'm assuming this guy is probably going to be similar in terms of difficulty, and that is not what I thought we had for our active sign. Also, I'm pretty sure this is not the stance that we want to be using. So, early mistakes were made. Also, I don't think we want to have all these other wolves chomping away at us in the meantime. Oh, also, I don't have the endurance to use a sign at the moment. Please, I'm trying to take some of these guys out first. That's not proving terribly successful. Admittedly, I probably should have gone for the little guys when I knocked them down there, rather than going for the big guy. So I could have actually gotten the finishing blow on the little guys. Although, if you want to, like, let me do this, that would be amazing. Why are we dealing so little damage? Is this a silver sword? I forget if we established that steel is actually better for wolves. And I can check. Can't tell what the result was there. That's 4 damage. I think it was the other way around that was better. Also, why is Voreth, I was going to say, going at 2 miles per hour? Again, probably would have been preferable to fight the other guy, but yeah, I mean, if you want to just, like, let me hit you, I'm kind of okay with that at the moment. Okay, Wolf is gone, but, where did Voreth go? He magically fled halfway across the swamp. See, like, his wolf friends are gone. But if he wanders far enough, yeah, then he's gonna start getting other friends I don't really want him to do. Because that was half of the difficulty there, was having other people that I didn't really want to fight. while fighting you simultaneously. For example, this Drowner that I don't really want to fight. Okay, thankfully he is going away. We don't have a ton of HP at the moment. We have not dealt a ton of damage to you either, but we're in this scenario that we want to be in, at least from the standpoint of fighting you. Well, we're sort of, kind of fighting you solo. Now this Drowner wants to join. Maybe, possibly. So we're not dealing a ton of damage, but we're kind of keeping him at bay. In terms of, oh, I attacked too quickly there. In terms of he wasn't getting too many attacks off himself. I think that is kind of the balance we need to strike. I mean, at the moment, we're possibly regenerating HP faster than we're losing it, which is certainly something. Would not have expected that. And that just goes to show that one of the primary problems is fighting multiple guys simultaneously, because we can kind of stun this guy when he's the only one that we're attacking, but we have everyone else who are not actively attacking, then we can't really stun them. I mean, granted, I could switch to group stance, which is probably something that I should have done when we had multiple foes simultaneously, but that's beside the point. I think this is working, though. Looking at his HP relative to our HP, well, I mean, as soon as I say that, he's doing a fair amount. Granted, we do have one of these. And, oh, there we go. Did that just give us 1 experience? Am I mistaken there? Oh. Yup. Well, there's the trophy we were looking for. And you do suddenly want to fight us. For real, it seems. But when you're by yourself, it's pretty straightforward. Okay. Anything else? Oh, that's from the Drowner, and we don't have any room for any of that stuff. So... Oh, again. What is attacking me thing? And you are down. Yeah, I mean, if that guy genuinely gave us 100 HP, or 100 HP, rather 1 experience is what I meant to say, then that is pretty sad, because I'm pretty sure we got more experience from fighting these drowned deads and drowners, which obviously is way easier to do, and they're way more common. Mostly just wanted to see if there's anything else in here. Like this book that we've already read. Granted, I mean, we've had it for a long time, so we've had a long time to benefit from having it. So it's not like I regret having purchased it a while back, but... Okay, let's head back. We will turn in this trophy, I guess, is technically what it's called. And from there... that's just the Drowner, right? From there, we'll turn in the trophy. We will try to seek out Velarad, is one of the other things we want to do, because supposedly we have about 10 different quests that we need to turn in with him specifically, and he was not at his usual post, but I think I might know where to find him now. And from there, we'll talk to, we have time, people in the trade quarter, see if we can buy, sell things if necessary, or to the extent that we can, really. Not that it's really ever necessary. So, we want to go to Triss's place, because that will take us to the trade quarter. So yeah, buy, sell a little bit. Talk to Triss, actually. She's here. Well, supposedly we want to talk to Triss when we're done with everything else, and she's actually not here right now. So, I think that may mean... No, that is healing us really quickly. And I don't fully understand when it does and does not kick in. Seems as though it happens consistently after we teleport. But beyond that, I don't know. It's not like it necessarily happens after being out of combat every single time for an extended period of time. Yeah, so we thought he was going to be at the Watchtower, because that's his usual post, but I think he's going to be at the Town Hall / bank. I think he was the person who originally told us... Well, actually, let's go to the Royal Huntsman first. Is here-ish? Which way? This way? Or is it that way? I think it's this way. Maybe? Alright, I already don't know. I've already gone in the opposite direction. Well done, me.
we're in for a deluge.
So yeah, I'm hoping that with these various quests that we turn in, that might mean that we'll get a nice amount of spending monies. And then we can, of course, use that to go on a shopping spree, essentially. So we're ready for whatever the heck Salamandra has to throw at us. Sounds like we're close to getting into some pretty tricky stuff.
3 deadly beasts.
True.
Oh, and wyverns, too.
This runic stone should be useful.
Oh.
The city should offer more rewards soon.
Didn't expect that.
A huge wolf has appeared in the swamp.
That's what we just found.
And wyverns steal their children.
Wyverns don't hunt humans without provocation.
But also we took out wyverns
Locals,
already.
nothing but trouble. They probably tried to drive the wyverns off.
I killed a huge wolf. Here's its head.
Not on my table, Mr. Geralt.
Oh,
Stinks of disease. Here's 600 orange.
wow, it's the same amount as the wyverns. I mean, he did introduce them at the same time, so I guess maybe we could have suspected that they'd be worth the same amount, but not bad at all.
Pays well.
Anything
A huge
else?
wolf has appeared.
Okay.
Wyverns don't hunt.
Locals,
Wyverns
nothing
and
but
wolf. Okay.
ask.
That appears to be everything we have to talk with you about. What is the Svarog Runestone? Not anticipate getting that. And we gained a level. Temporarily infused blades with magic. Oh, that's a lot of extra damage. And some crit strike chance. I think we've gotten one of these before. We're also already almost back up to 3,000 coins, which is pretty significant, seeing as how we did purchase this really expensive, powerful chestplate not that long ago. Let's throw the bank on the map for real this time. And hope that that is where the Burgermeister is. However you say that. Apparently that means that he's actually the leader of this town. Maybe we shouldn't be making fun of him for owning a bunch of McDonald's and or Burger King franchises. It really is an achievement. Think about it. It's no small feat. Okay. Like, around here? Are you here somewhere? Swear I heard his name, maybe? Oh yes, I'm looking right at you.
Witcher, I heard sounds of fighting.
They're
Indeed.
all dead. Almost.
Almost.
Unfortunately, their leader escaped.
Yeah, so we still haven't
find him,
debriefed
you
him
deserve
after
a medal.
fending off the bank robbers. What was that? Also, I totally zoned out and did not actually process / hear what you said.
Finally, we can go home.
I mean, to be fair, you were standing there for like several days. Oh, that's the back door to the bank. I mean, I would kind of like to see if, we go into the main door of the bank and they're like, oh, hey, thank you for, like, saving us from a bunch of bank robbers that kind of wanted to kill us. Town Hall itself is locked? That's gotta violate some law, right? No way you're allowed to lock the Town Hall in the middle of the day. Okay, now, Velorad, see, the thing is, I have a bazillion Witcher contracts with you. I would love if you would run back to your post so that we can actually speak to you and make a bunch of monies. However, do you think... what to do? Yeah, we might as well, in that case, go on our shopping spree now. And in the meantime, let him go back to his station, and then we'll make all the remaining orens that we have able to be made from having completed all the Witcher contracts and possibly even other things we've completed recently. This is not where all the traders are? Wholesaler.
My friend Julian wishes to enter the antiques business.
Booze vendor. Not
Welcome.
really what I'm looking for, but... yeah. No thank you. Merchant and flutist?
Greetings, noble sir. If you seek a present for a lady, you've come to the right place.
What do you have?
Pleasing trifles, high supply.
Let's see.
How
Okay.
can I?
We're all trifles. So, there might be some quests that some of these people want us to undergo. Ooh. We have seen that before. So we just haven't talked to several of them. But I think we've done the most important things at this stage, I'm pretty sure.
Would you care to support the arts?
Financially?
Indeed.
Ooh, that's harsh. Also, I'm not really sure what the significance of this is, but sure, 20 orange is not that bad.
I'll compose a rhyme of your fine qualities if you reveal your name.
Oh dear. Do we deliberately try to get him to sing a song about one of our friends or enemies? Yeah, we'll
Geralt
do
of
us.
Rivia.
I have no idea what this does.
Audacity, claiming to be the legendary White Wolf.
Okay, we paid 20 coins for that person to scoff at us. Fantastic. But the more you know. The more you know. So, are yeah, here are the other traders I would actually like to talk to.
A wink was that? Plow secrecy. All know I sell information. What'll it be?
What do you have in this book that is between our heads right now?
I heard King Radovid is meeting with Foltest in Vizima. Perhaps the customs war between the kingdoms will end. Or Foltest gains a son-in-law.
Okay. Merchant dude?
How can I...
Do you have other things? Oh, is this the same guy we were talking to before? Possibly. Husker? Is it bad that I don't know what that means? Really thought there were other, more notable business people here, like namely... Can I actually speak to you?
Don't disturb.
No. Thought there was gonna be like a weapon/armor salesperson. Am I crazy for thinking that? That's kind of what I was most interested in buying/selling. Unless this guardsman does that? I don't think so. You have very much disappointed me, tradespeople. Yeah. Talk to all you guys, I think? I don't know. Oh, you guys?
Like the
Maybe?
old days.
Exotic goods from Zerrikania, fragrant with roots.
I don't know why that matters. Oh, hold on. This looks significant. I don't think we've seen this before. It makes me very tempted to purchase it. I think we should. I don't think we've been to any quote-unquote barren lands yet, but if we do go to Zerrikania, then I'm sure we will be happy to have found this. The book describes Wolf's Aloe, Bryonia, Verbena. I feel like we've seen Verbena. Honeysuckle, and... No, we've already read this one. This is the wrong one. Was it? What? We've definitely seen Verbena. Well, it didn't say that that was new to us, so maybe we have, and only some of the pieces were new? Okay, let's put... Oh, it's just telling us we have new ingredients, I guess? Going to say, let's put... Wyvern contract. I think this is Velarad. Oh no, this is actually the innkeeper. Did not realize that. I do think we have things with Velarad still, contract-wise. If we had enough Kikamores, then we'd have that. Letters, okay. That, I'm assuming, at this point, that he will, in fact, is this the right way or the wrong way? He will actually be at his post. Pretty sure we are not allowed to cut through that way. So again, opposite direction from where I'm headed. Because yeah, we did just spend a fair amount of coinage. But I'm hoping that we can get most of that back from turning in these quests. And then from there, we'll still have some in our back pocket for whatever the future has in store for us. Yeah. I swear, this map, the little indicator thing, is very moody. Very misleading. How did I end up on the opposite side of town? Okay, now that's on me. That is on me. Okay. My bad. It does seem, though, on some occasions that, like, for example here, am I supposed to go forward? Am I supposed to go take a left here? It's kind of really hard to tell, because the angle would suggest that it is equally
What brings you here?
straight and left. Straight left, because that's totally a direction.
Waste of words.
I would say north and west, but I don't know direction-wise whether this is north, west, south, or east without looking at the map. You get my point, though. Also, how do I actually get through the door? We will not speak at this moment. Okay. Do you happen to have anything good here? No, I'm pretty sure we've probably checked that a bazillion times. I would like to believe that you are down here now. You are. Thank goodness.
Welcome. I wanted to thank you for your help at the bank.
Did you now?
You wanted to talk?
Some of Foltest's recent decisions have been strange. I've long known him.
Is someone falsifying his royal edicts?
Did hear about that.
But the seal looks authentic.
Who could have stolen the seal from Foltest?
I don't know, maybe someone who happens to be able to assume the identity of others and
Goodbye.
basically
Farewell, Velerad.
commit fraud very convincingly and maybe like conduct investigations with a Witcher and make you think as though you are actually helping a friend when in truth you are actually helping your enemy.
They've taken over the larger hall upstairs. How are we supposed to fit down here?
I don't know, but I'm here about the notice.
I'm here about the notice.
Which one?
All of them. No,
With
just
other
this.
things.
I'll pay if you have 3.
Here.
Your gold.
Yes, about that. 250. Okay. It also frees up an inventory space, which is honestly just as significant. Okay, I do want to see what
You
is
don't
this
seem
about.
to have very much work lately.
Damn true. I'd die of boredom if not for dice.
Don't remember if we face this guy or only the person
Okay.
upstairs.
With
We'll
pleasure.
do a quick round.
We can start now.
I'm assuming he is probably a professional, so these stakes are probably going to be pretty high. Yup. He is technically a professional, and we have not played him yet. Is that a 5? So we got a whole bunch of nothing? Nothing! We will bet nothing! We will re-roll everything. Technically, you could hold on to a 5 or 6 and see like, oh, I want to try to get double 6s or double 5s, but... Well, what do we end up with there? Pair of 2s? Why did he roll? Did he roll like everything? And yet he still beat us? Just goes to show you how unsuccessful that roll, or set of rolls, was. That's much better. Pair of 5s, pair of 4s. Except you got a 6-high straight. Which, I don't fully understand how straights compare to pairs and triples and full houses, but pretty sure that is one of the best possible things he could have had. So, yeah. I am not sure that we can win. And we may... I mean, I'll re-roll this in hopes of getting a full house, but I don't even think that that would beat him. We want a 4 or a 5. And we did get a full house, but I think he still beats us. Not 100% sure. Maybe not, because he did re-roll everything. Apparently we did win. Okay, again, don't fully understand how exactly a straight ranks up with the various hands. Whoa. Well, for a second I thought we went straight into another full house. Triple 5s is still nothing to snuff at, and of course, he follows that up with triple 6s, just to, you know, one-up us. So I won't bet there, and we'll... I guess we're trying for either another full house or for an additional 5 here. Did get an additional 5. That would beat him. at the moment. But if he gets a 6, we're toast. Are you kidding me? No! Okay, so...
We're not trained to fight monsters.
I don't even remember where this goes. Can enter from this floor? Oh, and it goes down here, which happens to be the place where I wanted to go next. Convenient. We did have the Wyvern contract to turn in here. And were there any other people we wanted to talk to here? We talked to you once and you were generally pretty cryptic. Taller, maybe we're checking in with.
You're different.
A famous monster slayer gracing my modest inn.
Greetings.
Can I help you?
Indeed.
I'm here about the notice.
Yes, the wyvern meets.
Your
You
voice
have
has
3
changed.
pieces?
I did for the previous inn owner, but I'm not sure if I do for you.
I do.
Your coin.
Hey, he's back to usual. We're good here. Oh, just 200 for the wyverns? Pay more for vampires than you do for dragons? I don't know about
A
that.
famous monster slayer gracing.
Greetings.
Can
I
I?
just want to see, is there... Well, that's just for picking a spot to stay the night. Oh, I did want to stash this, ideally. Aside from that, we do have meteorite pieces, which I was totally sure how this actually works. Using more than one piece of the same color provides special bonuses. Oh. So, like, what does it take to actually make something out of these 3 red meteorite pieces? I'm assuming we probably need to bring them to a blacksmith of some variety. Is that worth doing now? So we can stash this. Yeah, did have another version of. Could resell our books. I mean, one of them that we purchased was pretty expensive, so we might be able to flip it for a little bit of coin now. Also, stash some of our crafting materials that are taking up a lot of space. Things that I'm not sure we're gonna need a whole lot of, or that we'll be able to get pretty easily going forward. Just give ourselves a little bit more flexibility. Okay. So that is maybe another thing that we should look to do, is see if we can find a blacksmith that might be able to do something with these pieces, because otherwise... Just control, left click, I don't actually know how you, quote-unquote, use them. Need 3 pieces of meteorite to reforge a sword. I mean, yes, but how?
Having problems, Witcher?
No, none at all.
But thanks for asking.
That's a complete lie. You.
Yes?
Do you actually... Whoa, what was this?
All right.
I don't remember that.
I'll look for your sister.
You should have no trouble recognizing her. None can ignore her azure eyes. She is a slim, beautiful blonde.
I'll do what I can.
Okay. Promise to find a blue-eyed girl who was bitten by a vampire. Oh. Okay, so like this is probably something that we're not going to end up doing. Unless I happen to have already done it without realizing it.
Farewell.
I have not. Like, that seems pretty minor. I think we'll probably just end up moving on.
See you.
Similarly, was mostly just checking for, do you have anything super significant to talk to us about? We would fight the fist fighters, but I don't think we really need to do that outside of if we really felt like we needed a few more coins. Like if we wanted to make up for the little payments that we made in the trade quarter that didn't really amount to anything. Thought that guy was about to try to throw a punch at us. Then, so where does that leave us in that case? Oh, the, trying to find a blacksmith, which I thought there was, oh, and maybe also trying to make our way to the old forge and seeing if we can find Vincent before we head out. Maybe even try, well, we tried going to the town hall. I don't know if we could go to the bank rather than the town hall. That warehouse. Oh no, not warehouse. There's something else that sounds more like a place where people might be able to make weapons. Workshop? I think that's what I'm looking for. Let's give that a shot. Because we picked up this powerful steel sword when we took down the wyverns. Is it here? Yeah, it's here. I wonder if when you make the weapons with the meteorites, do you have a choice? Steel or silver? Is it always one and not the other? Because if we could get ourselves a better silver sword, then I would be very happy with that, given how, well, we are just working with the default one at the moment. And you're actually an alchemist.
Still here?
Not an actual weaponsmith.
When we first spoke, you mentioned Zerrikanian masters.
Right, I totally remember
I
that.
attempted to solve the riddle of steel using a worthless Zerrikanian book. I'd gladly swap it for something else.
Like what?
Red meteorite iron ore for my experiments.
I mean, we do have some of that. I think we may have even had one red meteorite spare. But I also wonder... Yeah, I feel like this is probably the book that we just bought for 600 coins.
Which book?
Zerrikanian. Something about explosive substances.
No,
Maybe useful.
I don't think we have that one. Because the one we got of the Zerrikanian sort was specifically for plants. Also, I'm not...
kind words for you.
Oh, okay, nice. But I was going to say, I don't actually think that any of these people will forge a weapon for us.
I'm proud to make weapons for our boy.
How
Except
can I
maybe
help?
you?
What is this place?
A factory. Were you raised in the woods?
Actually, I was raised in the woods.
Then
Thank you very much.
The newest factory in Temeria. We manufacture more arms than all sword makers combined. Yes?
Really? Give me your quota. I mean, can you produce swords from
We produce
the
swords
meteorites
and
that I
hatchets
provide
of
you
the
with?
best quality. Armor also.
Business goes
Okay.
well.
We can't keep up with orders.
Who's ordering weapons these days?
Recently, we filled a lucrative order to arm monastic shielders. Knights purchase at their own cost. Their
Okay.
weapons and
The
armor
order, I would
aspire
think.
to ours. But how can a few knights compare with hundreds of orderly shielders? Our calling is mass, fast, and solid. 1,000 Farkin spearheads for 1,000 Farkin shielders. Therein
Excuse
lies the
you?
future of our industry.
Relax. I get it.
Mass production. Okay.
10,000 crossbow bolts. Those balls. Let's not forget the arms.
Okay. Settle down, buddy.
Can I purchase arms?
Sorry, no individual customers.
Who
Use
are
you.
these swords for?
Confidentiality requires. Wait, industrial spy, are you?
Just curious.
I would tell you, but for the confidentiality clause.
God, this guy.
So, a contract.
Quiet, or court spies will hear us.
The royal court imposed secrecy. Can't the royal court know about the order?
Quiet, I beg you. Certain agents I can speak with openly, while others I can't.
I get it. There are two factions at court, one of which ordered weapons while the other remains ignorant.
I've said too much. Don't repeat this anywhere.
Just one more thing.
Apparently there was one more thing. I don't know what that one more thing was. I mean, I get it. You don't actually want to make things for us, but I kind of need you to make something for us. So you're making life difficult for me? Do we actually have a book on us? We do have a book on us. We could make that swap with this guy. In fact, I was thinking we were going to have to run back to the inn, find a book in our stash, and then swap. But we have stuff.
Still,
Don't know how picky you are
When we first spoke,
I attempt.
like
in
what?
terms of your reading material, but let's see. Will you let me... Pretty sure I would want to sell this, because I think this is more valuable. Both these books, I'm pretty sure, are fairly good. But,
Never ever challenge an alchemist.
excuse me?
Still,
When we first spoke,
I attempted to solve the riddle of steel using a worthless Zerrikanian book. I'd gladly
like what?
red meteorite.
Oh, you want that? Right, you don't want a book. You actually want them.
I'll return with...
I
Still
forgot.
here.
Bye.
Here I was thinking you wanted to do a book swap. Not quite. Not quite. Although, wait. Do I have potentially red meteorite on me as well? I do. We had an extra one of these things. I just don't remember which one it was. It was either blue or red. I'd rather not give you the last one of our 3. What I mean is, I'd rather not make this deal be the difference between us being able to make a sword out of that and not being able to make a sword out of that. The only other place, though, where I can think of us actually being able to make a sword would be with... Go, again, in the opposite direction. Make a quick trip to the Temple Quarter. Find the Order people. The Order weaponsmiths. Person that we bought this chest plate from, basically. See if they'll do it. They've kind of been our primary supplier at this point. If not them, then we may need to find a way to do some kind of business with that crazy merchant mass production workshop guy who's really concerned about trade secrets. But I don't know how straightforward that would be. I would imagine he would send us on a series of quests, and that's not really what I'm looking to do right now. I'm looking to wrap things up, not open new things up. Person would not be over here. They're over by the Order people. Not in the little merchanty area. So I don't know for certain if this is the case that they'll let us do it, but I mean, seems like our best bet, these guys right here, because who else do we know? Maybe actually you, rather than your merchant friend.
Bye.
Alright, maybe your merchant friend.
Sir,
Can I have a look?
as you wish.
Except that's not really what I wanted. Wah. Want to use these. How do I use these? I assumed that I would try going to some sort of blacksmith. The blacksmith in town here hates us. So I was kind of assuming that he would not be willing to do anything. We might be able to stop by the dentist and turn in some teeth. I don't remember if we have any new ones, but that's potentially another quick source of income.
How can I help you?
Oh,
Here's a scimitar job.
do you have some of those?
Powerful teeth for crushing bones and getting at the marrow. The delicacy for corpse eaters. 150 orens.
Okay.
Hey.
Sounds good to me. Now, one moment while I steal all of his possessions. Yeah, so I don't really know, in this case, how are we supposed to make a sword using these materials. And so, I don't even know if, when we do make a sword, if it does turn into a silver or a steel sword, because steel, maybe it's better than the one that we picked up from the Wyverns, but very well may not be. That makes me a little less eager to try to get a steel sword. If I knew that it could be a silver sword, then maybe I would make more of a committed effort. But I think we just... Well, I mean, we could still go and trade one of our red ores or meteorites to the dude who wants to give us a Zerrikanian book. Especially if we don't think we'll actually be able to make anything out of those meteorites, so I suppose that is acceptable. At least for the time being, and maybe in the amount of time that it takes us to actually find someone who will be willing to make a sword out of the meteorite stuff for us, we will have another meteorite, and then it won't matter that we sold one of them to, traded one of them to a warehouse guy. Remind me where warehouse guy is, because we're close to walking right by him. So I'll make the exchange. We may need to... What? Trying to, split the stack. There we go. Don't want to give them all 3. That would be bad. One 1 is okay, I think.
When we first...
I attack
Like what?
red.
Give you red meteorite. Almost gave him 2.
The ore. Perhaps I can finally cause this reaction.
Good luck.
Can you wait until we're out of the
Thanks.
building first,
Still
maybe?
here?
Hopefully?
Bye.
Okay. Now we run like heck. Because this place is about to go boom. And once you are a safe distance, then you read the book that he just gave us. Not this one. Not this one. I think we were done with this too. Hold on. With 5 cockatrice feathers, I think we have that. Isn't that 12 over there? Scribe at the town hall and the trade quarter. Yeah? So we theoretically can trade that in. I almost didn't realize. Did we really just buy one of these things that we already had? We did, didn't we? We did. We traded in a red meteorite for it. Probably not worthwhile. Since, as we were talking about earlier, the assumption is that that red meteorite is useful. So... assuming it will... yeah, just say go to the town hall. But it's starting to get late, so that person may go to bed soon. I want to make sure we get there quickly enough. Yeah, so in hindsight, in that case, yes, I absolutely would not have made that exchange, I don't think. Would have preferred to have held on to the meteorite, especially if we only had 3. And that was the difference between being able to make a sword out of purely red meteorite and not being able to do that. Who am I looking for? It's like the Scribe or Fire or something like that. What I'm not currently seeing. Unless they're in this warehouse or something. Might be late enough. It is 8 o'clock. Blah. Yeah. I mean, we could potentially sleep the night away and see if we can find him in the morning. Is there anything else we would need to go to the inn to do? I've been there recently. I don't know that there is. How far away are we from said inn? Not terribly far. And then, I mean, from there... I mean, we were unsuccessful at doing some of the things that we set out to do. Making a sword, making a meaningful exchange with one of the meteorites. But we did also turn in several quests. Granted, I would like to turn in this one too, and then we can be pretty certain that we've done all of the quests turning in that we can do. Then the last remaining quest-related thing that I think we might want to see if we can sort out is what's the deal?
Like you.
Huh?
Greetings.
Can I help?
Is what can we do with Vincent and or Carmen? Do we have an additional red meteorite? We don't. Yikes. Okay, so that was 3. It was, or we only had 3. It was the blue meteorite that we had 4 of, had the spare of. So I would have been more willing to part ways with the extra blue. Not as willing to part ways with the red that we had. That disappoints me a little bit more for that reason. And I will actually spend the night real quick. And by real quick, I mean for like several hours. Oh, actually, hold on. Okay, well, apparently we're doing this. I was going to say, might make sense to, while it's nighttime or close to nighttime, go check out the place where we were expecting Vincent to show up. Maybe deliberately only sleep till midnight. I mean, that's not going to help us to find the crier, but we also have a lot of talent points, actually. Ooh. A lot of extra light. Damage when we're bleeding, or a whole bunch of... Well, remember, this is only what is it? 25 incremental vitality. Even though it looks like you're getting 100 extra life, we already have the 75 from this, so it's only 25 more. Damage number is not going up. Parry number not going up. Distance to bleeding knocked in. So it's just 25 life? That sounds pretty lackluster, actually. But if it does open the door to these things, then that might be helpful. Dexterity-wise, this looks pretty nice. Does unlock an additional level of the... What's with the quick one? With the dexterity one. It says unlocks level 4 fast styles. Looks like we've already done this one for strength. Yeah, okay, so we have already unlocked level 4 strength styles, because this next one does not... Oh, it does unlock level 5 strength styles. Strong styles. Okay, so that is significant in that case. So I think we do that. In both cases. Take both of these. Attack plus 25%? Does that mean... Not damage. Does that mean, like, attack speed? Reduces the duration of incineration on us? Dodge does sound really helpful to have that much flat dodge. What's up with all this preventing incineration stuff? Should we be taking the hint that we're about to get burned a whole lot? Otherwise... I was not a huge fan of those things. Oh, unlocks group styles. I mean, again, I am a big fan of the style upgrades for your generic attacks. Sign intensity. Yeah. Helpful. True. I don't know what the cleansing ritual is. Are there any other things here that we would want to have access to going forward? Uses the chance of extracting ingredients from both herb plants and defeated foes. Sounds kind of helpful. Although, potentially something you could overcome just by killing more foes and killing more plants. Oh, we do not have this yet. I think that's notable. We should deliberately try to make our way toward that. And then, for the rest of the bronze talents that we have, and most of the bronze talents for all the weapon type stuff, so I think we deliberately target the signs going forward. Done mostly Ard here and out, thus far. There's the force push one. This is the burning one. Again, I think... Oh, you can power it up by holding it down. I'm not sure I realized that was a thing. Okay. I think... Oh. Allowed to do this? Our student? Do not have that. What? As far as bronze talent, we have bronze talents, don't we? What? I didn't really want to do that one, but it seemed like you... Huh? We have to do this first? Yes. Okay. Okay. Little confused there. Damage, incinerating opponents. I think that's one of the primary reasons why we would use this skill. It's for that chance of incineration, so I think that is key. This one is the shield, which I'm not a huge fan of. I do want to, I think, see if we can improve the one that potentially hits enemies against each other. And I think in order to make this effective, we'll need to upgrade it a little bit more, because there was that thing that it was saying where it only applies to weak-willed enemies, or something along those lines. So, duration? Does that mean you just increase the duration? Will that mean that it works on more enemies? I'm assuming it will. Let's go for something like that, I suppose. We'll rest till midnight. In hopes of finding Vincent. Maybe, possibly.
All according to plan.
Okay, at least that's what we'll try to do. I don't know how consistently he is in that location. Does, I believe, require that we go through the sewers to find him. Because otherwise we will not be able to get through those barriers. Is that? There. Old Forge, that's where we do want to end up. The sewer, yeah, that's where we need to go first. And yes, I do see you. There is a contract for you guys too with Belgrad. I think we currently have 0 of the items that we need in order to turn that in. So I'm not exactly banking on us getting that one done. Is it really? What? Hold on. No, here it is. Okay. We've had a lot of things happen in the sewer recently as well. So I don't know to what extent we should be expecting additional strange things to happen here. It might be that we've lost track of all the various things that are happening or could potentially happen down here. Oh, right. We did read about Golden Mode. How fantastic. How pleasant. I think we pay this stuff because it's really common. So, like, for example, this is the place where we went a long time ago. Or, well, not a long time ago. Recently, when we were robbing the bank. Or, no, we weren't robbing the bank. We were preventing people from robbing the bank. You know what I mean. Totally weren't the bad guy there. No, totally not. I do wonder if something there to check out, but primary thing we are looking for, I believe, is the ladder. And remind me where exactly said ladder is. I feel like it's just straight ahead here. Nope. And by straight ahead, I mean don't turn. Yep. Okay. There very well could be other things in here. Nope. Wait, was that green mold versus golden mold? No, they're both green mold. I may have read golden before. I'm sorry. Mold is green. In case that was not clear before. Excuse me. You opened that gate? You're not allowed to do that. That's not cool. Also, I mean, if you're gonna stand here by yourself, then I will... What? Yeah? Apparently we... that guy out. I would switch to fast stance rather than group stance, but anyways, they're just drowners. No big deal. However, Vincent, can we find you here? Don't exactly know how we would do that. Besides maybe going to the old forge. Which, you're gonna have to remind me how we find ourselves in that door. I vaguely remember this being a thing. But we couldn't quite go directly down there. This was the door to the hideout. Might be Salamander people in here. And a hideout. Here. Oh, there were people downstairs, weren't there? I'm not sure if we ever fought them. And I think they almost killed, or they did kill us in the past. That's another thing. There's that, this is reminding me of the random house in the Temple district downstairs that had, like, 4 Graviers in it. We did fight these guys. I take it back. Theoretically, that would be another thing that we're probably in good enough shape now to finish those guys off, but I'm kind of assuming that that's not terribly significant. So admittedly, I don't know if we're supposed to talk to Carmen or to Vincent to try to sort out the werewolf thing. This. Shoot. supposed to be an allusion to, like, Cinderella or something? Is there, like, another door that helps us get to the forge? I thought that was the case. That we couldn't go directly through here. We had to kind of weave our way through a few doors first. Or maybe we actually needed to go through a different door in the cemetery. Or the sewer, rather. Except this is... Uh-oh. How do we actually get out of here? Is maybe my next question. Wait, that was sewer entrance. Wait, what was this then? Also sewer entrance? That one's locked. And this one isn't. Wait, one of them is clearly an entrance, and one of them is clearly only an exit. Where exactly this one is going to dump us off? Right next to the ladder? Maybe? It is? I am confused. Also, the drowners are back. Also, I think this is probably a sign that we don't really need/want to be going over here. Not gonna let me through. Well, this is the trade quarter. Went back this way. What? Or maybe we will go do the Rivier's hideout. Or hideout house in the downstairs, which is basically their hideout. Yeah, I guess that's not falsification. It does still stack up, but anyways. I would have liked to have found Vincent, because that was, I was thinking, the most significant thing we could do. It seemed like that, I mean, he was becoming a, maybe not main character. He's becoming a pretty significant character, and it seemed like that was an intriguing angle. Learn that he was a werewolf. I'd like to resolve that. Oh, that was the, wow, for some reason I read trade quarter and thought it was temple quarter. So I did not think we were just headed straight back where we came from. Okay, so with that, I think I'm a little confused right now. But this is probably a good place for us to wrap up, and maybe I'll do some thinking and figure out, does it seem like... really? Do we have to fight you? Figure out, does it seem like this is truly a good place for us to stop, and... or well, stop all with the side quest stuff, and trying to be a completionist, versus just moving forward with the main plotline. Is this basically a good place to cut ourselves off? Is essentially what we're asking. And so I'll think on that a little bit more. And we'll have to see. That may mean that by the next video, we'll be looking to more directly take on Salamandra. I mean, not once and for all, because I'm pretty sure we still have a ways to go, but committing to it wholeheartedly. So with that, hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you next time.
Things were better before the war with Nilfgaard.